This was some crazy mess. And then like with all that AI stuff and this and like this summer, like when they recreated everything, it's like yeah, this summer when they recreated everything, it's not far-fetched to me if they'll take what happened in October of 2024, which is when all those people tried to kill me. And they had the sex traffickers in Queens, and they had the different people in the music industry. They had the people coming after me in the cyber trucks and in the freaking G-Wagons, and they had all of these different things. Like, anybody knows something about me, I'm extremely talented. I can rap, I can sing, I can do acting, I draw, I paint, I write music. I write my own music. I can produce music. I have a gift. I can hear music. I can hear a song in my brain. I can isolate each and every single instrument in itself. I can tune out the rest. Like, you ever see like a producer, they'll like take a beat and they'll isolate a certain fragment of the beat and they'll just let that part play and then they'll phase it back. I can do that in my mind. Like I'm like a genius when it comes to that. To be targeted isn't something far-fetched. My mom, also an artist, also a model. I did modeling as well. I never signed anything, right? I had one person that I worked with, and he lives in Queens, and I never even got a chance to work with him. All I did was sign up for myself to get interviewed to work with him, but I never worked with him because he wanted me to do like a gangster movie, and I wasn't okay with it. Like, it was my first time like ever being a part of like any sort of like a acting sort of thing, and I just don't want to be a part of a gangster movie because of the stuff like that could go on in those movies. I did do one scene I'm not happy about, but it was my first time ever in a situation like that, and I was scared to kind of say no because I didn't want to like lose the opportunity, because he said he was going to do two movies, a gangster movie and a romantic comedy movie. And one of the scenes he had us shoot is me and another girl, and I had a boyfriend, and I had found out that he had a girlfriend, and instead of leaving him, I'm like, well, we're all going to be together then, so just bring her in. I was trying to convince him for us to be together. Like, that was the movie scene, that the only scene that he had me shoot with him. And then he never called me back, so I'm like, that's a little bit weird, and you're 9 times out of 10 were a part of this. And then he also gave me some clothes. The guy who I said by 135th Street that I knew had done something wrong to me a couple weeks later after that. I'm not ready to expose that just yet. Not here. I guess if like an investigation happens and a police officer wants to know what happened, I will tell them what happened. It's not that I haven't exposed it to anybody. It's just that I just don't want to put it on YouTube just yet. I don't know why, but I don't do anything until I'm in complete prayer with God and it feels like it's permissible by him. But that person also gave me clothes. I'm just realizing like how many people just left clothes with me. If you know, like anything I said, like people who do witchcraft, people who do certain things, you know how an item can hold energy and how they work with those things. But like I said, these people are doing stuff that is like if the average person was to go and say happened to them, half the world would try to say that they're crazy. Half the world would be like, oh, that's the same thing that the crazy person standing outside is saying. And then when you recognize that maybe they aren't crazy, maybe you actually went through certain things. Just because you had a whole bunch of people saying this and that was crazy doesn't mean that it's never possible. And once you start venturing into areas of never possible, those who have malicious intent would just utilize that against you. It's like these people sat there and studied the system and where the naiveties are, and they use that to their advantage. Like they've done some real shit to me. And at this point, it's like, it's not about money. I don't care about suing anybody. I don't care about, it's like, I don't know what it is. At this point, I just want help. And I just want to be okay, you know. I have hopes for myself, dreams for myself. Nobody should have the power to take another person's life from them. You understand what I'm saying? Literally or figuratively. So as long as God blesses me with the ability to have life and have breath in my body, I'm going to continue to fight for myself. I'm going to continue to work towards going to school. I'm going to continue to work towards opening up a shelter one day. I'm going to continue to work towards opening up recreational centers one day. You know, when I was a kid and I would be in Newark, the rec centers were everything for us. You know, it kept us out of trouble. It gave us somewhere safe to be. We made friends. And they shut all of them down. These are all things that I want to do. And these are all